Hey, do you like listening to the show? Well, if you do, we'd appreciate you dropping a like, share, comment, subscribe, and if the platform you're listening to us on allows it, also rate the show. It all helps. And if you have any topic suggestions, feel free to leave them in our comments. Otherwise, sit back, relax, grab a snack, and enjoy. Welcome back to Daddy's Shed. This is Daddy's Shed. So, Halloween's this week.
Yeah.
Coming up.
I went to go get my costume and they were all sold out.
Where were you going to be?
Art the Clown.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not surprised it sold out, honestly.
Yeah.
With the movie just coming out and everything, right?
Where were you going to
Super
get it?
popular.
Spirit Halloween. I love that store, man.
It's expensive.
I've spent like $400 in there.
That's
since
like
it's
one.
opened.
That's like one this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's
I limit
expensive.
myself
Yeah.
at like $150, $200.
That place is fucking expensive.
I just like
man.
the house decor stuff. Like the stuff
Yeah,
you
they
can
do
make
have
in the
nice
house that,
stuff.
like, yeah. It's
Yeah.
cool.
I seen some last time we were there last year. I seen a lot of house decor, like the big people and things that you can get.
It's so
kinda cool.
It's so funny. Even like in the past few years, since I was like 19, 20, it's like my attitude towards that shit's changed. You know, like go shopping with your parents, and they'd be like, "We have to buy stuff for the house, like house decorations," and it's like, this is stupid as fuck. And now I'm like, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
I'll get some decorations,
I
make it look
sick
cool.
in my house.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you'd be like, I want to add this, add some flavor, add some
Yeah.
spook to it.
Like, I get it now.
That makes sense. Yeah,
See, I'm the type of person that leaves that up all year round now.
I would.
Horror
Yeah.
movies. Well, not like Halloween stuff, but horror movie stuff.
What do you think? Okay, what do you guys think about Christmas lights left up all year?
I know a few people.
I
I see around
I'm
here.
type-
Yeah, I know.
I'm the type of person that if I leave them up all year, I'm not turning them on till after Remembrance Day.
Fair. I think
Yeah.
that's like a courtesy thing. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's like a lot of people do that.
I
Actually,
just get lazy. I would just keep it up too. I mean,
Unless
why not?
I'm like literally,
But I
like,
wouldn't
you know
turn
what,
on.
I'm going to change my design this year.
Yeah.
I'll take them down. But like at my mom's, they were usually up here all year round.
fuck it, man. Honestly,
It's a pain to get them
Especially-
up. In the
especially if you
beginning.
own your place and everything like that, like definitely, it's weird in like the PMQs. There's some people still like wreaths on their door from last year and shit from Christmas.
That's-
The lights, I
You know what I
understand,
mean?
but like wreaths, you can just take it off.
Yeah, I know. I always found that weird, and it's like, why'd you just leave that there? It's like, what?
Maybe they really like.
You know what I mean? Maybe you just like wreaths, man. Sure.
That's
whatever.
yeah. I was gonna say
I read
maybe.
it. Fuck.
I don't know.
They're like, this completes my house.
Like, oh, you know what was missing? A wreath.
Yeah.
I've never been that type.
No. Which do you prefer, Halloween or Christmas?
Probably Halloween.
Motherfucker, that's a hard one because I
Really?
love
I really love
I just like
Christmas too.
I just love the gift giving and shit at Christmas,
Yeah.
but I don't like how much it's focused on the capitalism side now. It's
No,
like
I do-
all
yeah.
about spending money, right?
I love the whole vibes, like the movies, the cold weather, the
I love going to the
like see
like
lights,
Walmart and
Yeah,
stuff
oh,
when
yeah.
it's like busy as fuck.
I
and,
can't-
like,
I
bumping
Christmas
into people,
shopping.
Christmas
Oh.
shopping. I
Chelsea's
love
parents always watch those Hallmark movies. I can't ever watch one of those one more, or else I will fucking like paint the wall with my
yeah.
brain.
Oh, fucking
Like, actually.
Hallmark.
There
I
was
can't. They're so cheesy. Like you just know what's going to happen
Yeah.
before it even
Yeah.
fucking happens.
When they say oh, the typical thing, oh, she's like a city girl and she has to go back home and she meets a guy.
Oh, and then
stuff.
they were hitting it off, and then something happens, and then they meet again in a year. It's like every single movie.
and
is
then
that
eventually,
storyline.
oh my god, they kissed at the
Oh
end.
my
Yeah.
god! Like, bro, fuck off! I know what's going to happen. They're gonna magically get back together, and then it's gonna be happily ever after. Like,
there was a Christmas movie that I
there's gotta
think
be one where it doesn't
come
happen.
out either last year or the year before called Silent Night, where Santa
With-
Claus has to
Oh,
fight
yeah,
them
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Man, that's a good
Yes,
one.
that is
actually
one's-
good.
that one's hilarious.
we started it, but then we didn't finish it.
Oh, it's so good.
He was started off in the bar, right? Like he's just drinking,
Yeah.
and they didn't realize it's really him. Yeah,
He fucking people up in that movie, man.
yeah, that's a pretty good turn. Did that come out around Christmas?
Yeah, it
That's-
was like
makes
no,
sense.
I think it was like a November or December movie. I think.
That makes sense.
Oh my god.
If you guys had to make a movie, what are you picking? What genre? One genre. I assume
Horror.
Zack would be horror. Yeah, I kind of figured that right away. You had to pick one movie genre to fucking.
I think that's a nice one to pick, yeah, because it would just be fun, like fucking with the effects, the gore effects and stuff, trying to do something really
Oh,
like got balls.
actually,
off,
I just thought
balls
of
to the
it,
wall.
like a good follow up for him. Actually, is would you rather do one of those big ass budget movies where there's like a lot of expectation, or one of those like
An indie film.
like found, you know what I mean, found footage, low budget type, fucking nobody's expecting anything.
I'd probably do the low budget one because I feel like with like a high budget movie, like there's just things can get like lost.
Yeah, lost
Like
in
you can start
translation.
losing your vision because there's so much going on, and like
Yeah.
I guess that could happen with a low budget movie too, creative wise. But like
I know what you mean. There's a lot less moving parts, so
yeah,
it's a lot.
yeah.
I said low budget. I think tends to have like a smaller crew, so you don't necessarily have a lot of other people's input where it does fuck up the whole vision. So yeah,
I
low budget
think
would be-
also too with the low budget, everybody's like up and coming, so they want it to be good.
yeah.
Where if you're already at the top making a movie, they're just kind of like
Some people can have
They're there for
As
some people are just there for the paycheck too,
Yeah,
right? You know what
yeah.
I mean?
You're
Especially big budget.
you know, we're trying our ass off on this low budget thing, and you know, if it doesn't work, and you know, that's fine, but we tried.
Well, we see that in video games and stuff too, and everything, art, everything, because you know, it's just passion. That's what it all comes down to.
Yeah.
how much you really enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. You think the Call of Duty devs that work at fucking Activision year over year love that game? They love Call of Duty still after working there for.
You think they're
You know what I
going
mean?
home and playing that?
No.
No, they're playing something completely different.
They're like, yeah, I
hate
spent this
shit."
much time on it. The fans fucking hate me. Like, I'm just doing this for money. Like,
Yeah,
at
that's a
this
real
point.
question. Yeah, if you worked for like video game company, would you even play the game after that?
No.
I don't know.
Maybe
Then-
depending on your position.
Yeah,
like if I was
I'd probably want to see what the final product looks like. But then again, you're already seeing it before it's released when it's final.
and you've
Yeah.
been playing it throughout, probably playing it throughout development. So you probably may be sick of it.
I know people that are
depends.
making GTA 6 probably be tired of it.
oh, for sure.
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think they're going to play it when it comes out?
Also, I think I don't know, with GTA 6 it's a bit of a weird one because there's so many, like you said, moving parts that like if you played the game 1 month and then let's say like 4 months later, it could be a completely different
that's
game.
so true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the way it feels.
Yeah, especially considering how big it is and like how much time would be spent on like dialogue and the visuals, you probably would get burnt out. And then when it comes out, you're like, oh, this is so freeing because it does feel good to actually play it rather than all
Or
that
what if
other-
they're like, I don't ever want to fucking see this
See it
fucking thing
again,
again.
man.
Like,
Like,
oh
I
my
don't-
god, do you know how many times we had to record that one NPC walking down the street and fucking saying dumb shit like,
Oh, I can only imagine. It's probably sucking
bug.
mad dick for them at Rockstar right now just because you got to follow up GTA 5. You're never going to follow that up. Like, it's going to, I'm sorry, but I don't
then
think there's any way to.
they're probably thinking about following up Red Dead 2
Oh, yeah, for sure.
as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like,
two,
realistically.
two of some of the, like, two greatest games of all time. I don't know how you're going to follow that up. Like, I just feel like GTA 6 has, I don't know. I know it's not going to be the Cyberpunk shit. They're actually going to release, like, an actual working product.
Yeah, I can't
but
see them releasing something like
No,
that.
no, it's not going to be that bad, but still, it's going to
There's
be.
yeah,
definitely
will
going
it
to be
live up-
some things that are going to need to be updated when it comes
Oh,
out.
for
That's
sure.
every game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, now that you have the ability to make the adjustments after the fact, everyone's like, "Oh, we don't like this." It was like back in the day, you would have had to ship out a fucking disc or
A
something
whole
with a
new
patch
fucking
on it.
game.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With a patch, yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't very often patches that you could just download to fix your shit.
I think I'm just so far up Rockstar's ass that I just don't care what they release. I'm just like, give me it.
Well, it's true, yeah.
Give me it.
I
Say,
mean,
fucking put it in my veins.
That's
man,
true.
fucking
They-
give it to me.
they've earned it. They have like such core memories for like us growing up for
Yeah.
a
Like,
lot
man,
of the
the
GTA
nights we
series.
sat there playing sumo on GTA 5, those nights,
Yeah.
man, like
Just for hours, just fucking
hours
around.
just fucking around. Like,
Do you think GTA 6 will release multiplayer at the same time as
no.
the campaign?
I think online will probably take a little bit longer to come out.
Or do you think it'll be separate as well? Like a separate thing? They kind of did that with GTA 5.
I
towards-
like how they did the
now.
online in GTA 5.
Like it came out how long after? Like a year after?
A year
I
after,
think it was a
yeah.
year. Yeah, I think that's actually a good. I think that's a good process.
Well, it gives the fucking workers a time to take a breath, you know what I mean? Like,
Even-
after the game's released. Or
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, just like it's GTA, so you got people who are gonna play that story for literally like months of just doing.
To get 100%.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I think it just gives everybody time to actually enjoy the story instead of trying to rush through it and then play.
Have you guys ever
Yeah.
actually 100%ed a GTA game before?
No, I would cry.
No, the only GTA game I actually Actually, I might have been 2. GTA 4 and 5.
I got
I've only beat
close.
those.
No, not story mode, but like not just the story, but like all the little side
Oh
quests
hell no!
and
I only beat the game, never 100%ed.
no.
That's one of the first times I ever really got mad. I was trying to do 100% on Vice City, and I got to the paramedic missions, I think it was, or was it the taxi missions?
There's hundreds.
And I wanted to cry because it was like the worst shit ever. Your pedestrians could just get hit by a random car, and then that would ruin. You have to do like 20 in a row without pedestrians dying, by the way.
That's
So
crazy.
some guy just comes out of nowhere, kills your guy. You do 20 all over again.
Which ones that has the little drone missions? That
That's
little
San
helicopter.
Everandreas.
Everyone.
Yeah,
was
I
on
hated that shit.
helicopter.
I
that
hated
is
that.
so hard.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
That has to be one of the hardest
because the
missions in
controls,
GTA.
the controls were shit. That's the problem. Is they didn't really know how to.
I wonder
you know
when
what I mean?
what time frame it was where they're like, okay, we're going to use our triggers for shooting, X to sprint, because
So
like
weird.
back in the day it was circle to fucking shoot on
Yeah.
GTA.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Super weird.
I don't know. And then
Like I wonder when the modern
I think
controls.
I think
what
when
we use for majority of
I
our
think
games.
it was like early, like whenever they came out with 3, I think, wasn't
Mm-hmm.
it? GTA 3, and they had regular shooting. I'm
or
pretty
was it
sure.
4?
No, it was before that. It would have been because I know Vice City had
know.
regular shooting,
Did it?
but you could still shoot with the. If you were in a car, you could shoot with B. That's
Oh.
how you did drive-bys. It was with like the bumper, and then you held B.
So it was like R2 to shoot in
Yeah.
Vice City.
Yeah.
See, I always remember it being like circle, man.
Maybe I had different buttons. Maybe that's why.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't really remember. I mean, I remember playing Vice
pretty
City,
sure.
but I can't remember this specifically what it was to. Yeah, to shoot.
And then
I
they
don't know.
massacred that definitive remastered trilogy.
Oh, that was awful.
Oh my
I heard it,
god!
yeah.
They just need to remaster the game, not put a bunch of stupid shit in. And,
Well,
like,
we
make
don't
it.
need to make them look cartoonish. The thing about
No, that's what I mean.
Like, you know what I mean? The thing about GTA was that blocky
Just
look to it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just refine it a little bit. Don't
They-
completely
keep it-
change what people love
Yeah.
them for.
Literally keep it the exact same. Just make it like basically high definition. Just sharpen it.
Yeah.
That's
And
what I thought anyway.
Anytime they kind of do like remasters, they do add stuff that are like, maybe we can help edit. No, we wanted the
Well,
exact same, basically.
A precedent for it is like the whole Resident Evil stuff. Is like people are like, oh man, this fucking Resident Evil 2 remaster is like amazing, and I think it's a little different than the original. I never played the original,
Me neither.
but those remasters were pretty good, like 2 and 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did do a good job with
I-
those ones.
The remake of 2 wasn't my first Resident Evil, but I played that and oh my,
They're good as
I
fuck.
love
Yeah.
it. I love it
Yeah.
so much. I played
You
it.
had the one with that
couple-
Mr. X chasing after you.
Yeah,
Run.
yeah, that fucker.
You know what? I
Which
know
can't
you
do
guys are
anything.
laugh at me, but you know what my favorite Resident Evil game was? Resident Evil 5, man.
I like
Honestly,
five.
I'm not gonna laugh.
That-
I mean, it's not
Chris
bad.
Hadfield and that
That was my
Shiva.
second. That was my second
It's
one
not
I ever
bad.
played.
You know what I mean?
The only thing I didn't like about that game is not being able to run and shoot. Fuck, you have to stop.
You have to stop, turn, shoot.
Yeah, that was
Classic,
just like the
man.
older ones too. You just had to.
Those old games with the tank controls, that's what gets you killed more than anything. Is those old fucking stop, pivot, turn. That's what
Yeah.
it is. It's
You
like,
get used to it back then, but you go back to it now. You're like, oh,
that's what driving a tank is like. That's the controls. Fucking pivot, man. You go forward, back, pivot. That's it. That's
Oh,
all you
yeah.
fucking got.
literally tank controls. Fuck. I don't think I beat 5 because at the end you have to punch that fucking boulder with Chris. He's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
press the button so fast just to fucking. He's just
I
punching
also
a giant
really
boulder
liked,
with his hands.
The one on the Wii.
What did you have?
Resident Evil on the Wii.
Yeah.
And it's just like you control the gun, right? You don't get to see your character or anything,
Oh,
right? Like
yeah.
you're the gun.
Yeah.
But like that was fun as a kid, man. Like going through the
remember that
levels
one.
and like shooting them, and like,
It's like
at the end you have
arcade.
to fight Wesker.
Oh, dude,
Yes.
that was the funnest shit ever. Playing those old like shooters in the arcades where it was like they pop up.
Yeah, and it's just a
gun, man.
reticle. It's not even a gun.
Time, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not even a gun. It's just a reticle. You've seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you press the little thing on the ground to reload or
Yep.
get
Oh
cover.
yeah. Fuck, Dylan and Jesse were at the theaters when we went to go see Tarot, I think, and they were playing that on the fucking arcade.
They have an arcade bar in Fredericton with like a bunch of old. It's underneath Club Chrome. It's not that other one anymore. A bunch of old pinball machines and like Mortal Kombat.
We were talking
Street
about
Fighter.
that.
Yes.
Me and Chelsea were
I
talking
wanna-
about that. It'd be cool.
And they even
I
got
wanna
the
go.
tabletop games.
Yeah. So like while you're fucking,
Like, while you sit down and you can play it on top of a table.
That's cool.
it's cool as fuck.
Yeah, and then like rooms are themed by decades. Like,
Oh wow, yes.
we should all go. We don't have to get
I
right out of
wanna.
here or anything.
I will.
No,
No,
if
I
I'm
won't.
going there, I'm getting fucking blasted.
No,
Absolutely.
I'll drink a couple. But
Bombed
I'm
out of
gonna
my
be-
tree.
they're gonna want to fight with me up
I'm,
there.
I'm gonna be pissing in the
they're
corner.
gonna want to.
I'm gonna be pissing on the carpet in the corner, just fucking letting it fly.
Tyler,
we
hey,
just-
Tyler be pissing in the quarter section. I'm trying to play.
It's not working.
Fuck you, be living.
Not taking my quarters.
Like my dad pissing in
Yeah.
my room.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, I think we've all had a story with our fathers, stepfathers, fucking pissing in, fucking
Drunk
drunk.
one night. Oh my god.
Fuck, I've had stories myself doing that.
Thankfully, no, I haven't.
Right in the corner in my laundry room.
Fuck, man, I
My
couldn't
mom's like, what the fuck you
imagine.
doing? I'm like, man, I'm just waiting for the boys to get back. We're going back out. And I was sleeping, standing up.
Oh man.
Don't drink hard liquor like that.
Yeah, there you go.
No, definitely don't.
Don't drink, kids. Don't drink.
Yeah, you hear that, kids? Don't drink ever.
Just don't do it.
In moderation.
Save your
Everything
money.
in moderation. Yeah. Okay, so we got some games out of the way.
Yeah.
So now I have some questions about like horror theme.
Yeah.
So what was my first question? You guys remember?
They're just like, which mask? Oh, we're in a fucking zoo.
So, what's the scariest movie you've seen?
Scariest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
First one that came to my head when I said it was Sinister. And I don't know why.
Mm.
Because it's really not that scary.
Yeah.
But I can't watch that movie by myself.
Really?
I don't know if it's the soundtrack that they play when they're watching them fucking films.
Oh yeah.
It's eerie, man. Like it's
It has such a fucked up vibe.
Yeah, that is. It's really
Just
weird.
like killing kids, and you it basically shows it, right? Like it's just not demented, but like sort of.
yeah.
It's like oh,
trying to think.
it's pretty scary.
What really scared me? There's honestly not many movies scare me. Like I'm not
What
even
one
gonna
that's
lie.
like stuck with you? Like
Yeah, I know that's what I'm trying to think of, but I think it was like I was young and watching like Dawn of the Dead, like the remake, not the old one.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because that, yes,
I think it was.
that's one of the scary ones for me when I was a kid. Because a lot of these will probably be when you're a kid, because when you're older, not necessarily
You-
scare you,
you know what
but
I mean?
I
Yeah.
do have one. But the remake, yeah, where just off the start, where the kid
they're in that
and
room.
it's stuck. Spoilers, it's like 20 fucking years old.
If you
but-
haven't seen the movie yet, yeah, you're fucking pumping it, man.
But yeah, where it starts off and she's like, where did she go check on her husband or something? And
Yeah.
he's infected.
no,
or,
that little girl standing at the end of the hall. They're like, "Are you okay?" And then she just fucking runs right in and starts
Yes.
beating the husband's neck.
Yes, and where she tries to hide in the bathroom, and it was like claustrophobic.
Like
she
I can
couldn't
still
go anywhere.
remember when she falls in and smashes her head off the corner
Oh,
of the
yeah.
tub
Yeah.
and stuff. And I'm like, oh man.
That scared the shit out of me as a kid, just because I was like, if I was in that situation, there was nowhere I could go.
think
I'd
it
be
was-
cornered.
That movie, and when I was younger, 28 Days Later too. That one was pretty scary.
See, I wasn't a big afraid of zombies. Like zombies didn't scare me. You know what I mean? I did. There is a new one coming out. Did you hear that?
What is it?
28 years later.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw.
Finally, it's been about 28 years.
Yeah, maybe that's what they were waiting for.
That. Honest to God, is
Honestly,
fucking-
probably.
It's been like 10,
I
I'm
like
not gonna lie.
28 Days Later. I wasn't a fan of 28 Weeks Later.
Oh yeah, no, it was kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie.
I like that opening. Do you remember the opening?
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Where they're all in that house living together, and then something happens, and the zombies get in, and he has to run through that fucking
Dude,
field. He just
fucking-
leaves his fucking family.
The reason
Is
I
that
think
where they're like all those fucking isn't there a bunch of mines and stuff in that field he's running through?
I don't think so.
not in the beginning, no. Is there mines and
I don't remember.
See, I haven't watched.
I think-
it.
that's the one where they end up in the city.
Yeah,
28 Days Later. Then,
Yeah.
at the
it's
end
just
of that
super.
one.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
He fucking like tears open like a part of the wall because the house they're in is like fucking papered walls, pretty much, so you can see outside. And he like tears open the wall just a little bit. I don't even think it was loud, and that was it. And the zombies just all stood there like, "Yep."
Bro, he
Heard that.
abandoned his family and he just bolted down a
That's all he
field. He was getting chased fast as fuck. Like, that was such a good opening, and that's probably the only good thing about the movie.
I really loved the feel of 28 Weeks Later, though. Like, just that grainy look that they filmed it in.
Yep.
What about for 28 Days where he wakes up and it's empty London? Like, everything's just
like,
empty.
how did he? I want to know how he survived. Like, how they didn't go in there and fuck him up.
I think
while he
it
was
was-
laying in that hospital bed.
I think it was just like
Luck.
it was just that's what it is, right? It's pretty much like just pure luck because it was like completely silent or whatever. Pretty well, him
They
just
didn't know he
laying
was
in the
there,
room,
yeah.
right?
Fuck, that's like Rick, right? When he wakes up
Yeah,
in Walking
pretty
Dead.
much.
Just wakes up in a hospital.
I hate that show.
It was really good.
Actually, I don't hate it. I watched the first and second season, and I was like,
Pretty good.
yeah.
And then-
First season's really hard to get through.
It is. It's very tough. It's so fucking dry and slow. It is actually.
Yeah.
Like on a review. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd rewatch it again. I don't
Not the
think I
first
would.
season, honest to God.
I don't think I'd start the whole show. Yeah.
So what's your movie?
I would watch it. Oh.
So mine is a recent one. I have a few.
One.
But this one specifically came to mind. Incantation. Have you seen it?
I've heard of it.
Heard of it? Yeah, I
Explain
was
it to
gonna
me.
say.
Maybe.
So it went viral like maybe 2 years ago or something on like TikTok being like the scariest movie. So we're like, okay, we'll see it. And so we watched it, and it's a found footage film.
Oh wait, I think
Which is it's pretty good. It's pretty good quality. And it starts off with this woman and her kid or something. And at first off, they're like living somewhere. It's just like daily life or something, like normal life, and they had to move, and it's kind of freaky. But then, and they end up going to like this village and stuff, and they're like really religious and are into weird things. And some creepy, very creepy stuff goes on throughout the film towards the like end after the whole starting.
I have watched it.
It is so like there's points where I wouldn't even look at the screen, like I didn't like because they come up with this like incantation or curse or whatever if like you read it or look at it or do the symbols or whatever, and it's real. And I was even scared to like listen, I know it's not real, but I don't even want to curse myself.
Them
It was
Japanese horror
fucking
movies, man, are
creepy.
fucking.
They do take it to like a next level of like
They know how to
creepy.
make things that
eerie.
like we see in like The Conjuring and stuff. Like
Yep.
those like.
It's not necessarily jump
No, I
scares
know, but like
for
in The
Japanese.
Conjuring and stuff, like we see like the demons and ghosts and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. But I find when I watch them in foreign movies, it's fucking scarier for some reason.
There's something creepy about their
Take on it.
take on it and their version of like demons and ghosts. Like it's really eerie. You're like, oh fuck, what the fuck?
It's like because that's where that stuff comes from.
Like ours is just just
Starting to get
just a
dry.
white person going
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
and the other
much
one's
dry.
like
Pretty much.
creepy. But yeah, that movie was really fucking scary. Like I said, there was portions I didn't even want to look at the screen. Back in the day, The Grudge scared me as a kid.
I was terrified of that as a kid.
Oh, it's just really weird, man.
The
always
whole
thought it was
part
just
where she's
fucking
crawling down the
weird.
stairs. Like when I was a kid going into the basement, I was so fucking afraid to look at them stairs.
I know you don't want to turn around; you just see it crawling up. Lights out. Another Japanese.
And I think that's probably where we got that little like feeling like, oh fuck, they're coming up the stairs behind us.
Would bolt up every time you walk upstairs by like when it's dark. You just gotta
You're
run.
gonna fucking get my ass. You're gonna grab my ass, pull me down the stairs, fucking
Right by the
No, I'm
hips.
just-
By the hips.
like scary movie all over again.
Holy yuck!
Oh my
Another
God,
creepy one that's Japanese. I didn't necessarily find it scary, but it was creepy and unsettling. Was Pulse. I don't know if it came out in like 2001.
Oh
I've
yeah,
heard
I've
of
seen
it.
that. Yeah,
There was
And
it's pretty. Like it's a good idea, but I find the end of the movie is kind of ass. Like towards the end, the plot just kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
midway through, pretty well.
yeah, there's
a
certain
good idea,
creepy sections, but it's not necessarily scary. It's like, whoa, what the hell?
It's just one of those like social thriller kind
Have
of.
you watched
deals.
that? The Ganjam Haunted Asylum. It's a like a Korean movie. Bro, that's a good fucking.
That just came out, right?
yeah, not
Did
too
it?
long.
I've
So I
seen it.
watched it, and
Oh,
it's
2018.
actually
Deadly as fuck or
it's
what?
actually a pretty good fucking movie, man. It's a good Halloween movie.
Okay, well, might check that out tonight.
It's in Korean, like the language.
Add it to the
that's fine.
list.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Haunted Asylum.
Oh my
Okay.
god. You
Man.
just did my Tim Hortons.
Fucking knocked it over again. Disrespectful.
See this? Not a fucking thing.
Yeah,
The other question we got is, what movie traumatized you as a kid? I have two.
traumatized me.
Yeah.
Fuck, brother, I grew up watching horror movies, man. I don't think there was
I'm
one
just
that
trying-
really scared me to
that's
the
what I'm
point where
thinking.
like I had nightmares and stuff.
There's one for me that wasn't fucking horror. Is there anything that like that you can remember as a kid that you've seen and you're like it's stuck with you?
House of 1,000 Corpses. That was weird as fuck when I was young. I was like, what the fuck?
when did you see that?
I
Wait,
was
how
like
old would you?
7 or 8.
Oh, young. That's crazy. Isn't that Rob Zombie?
Yeah.
Before
See, I was watching all the fucking Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Streets at that age.
I think that's why I'm.
suppose.
I think that's
You
why
know what I
I'm.
mean? So
yeah.
I kind of desensitized myself as
That's
a
fair.
kid, so I didn't really get that much like traumatized. Like
Yeah.
I know people that are like traumatized by Freddy Krueger till this day.
Yeah,
Like
true.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
and
I
they're
understand.
our age.
Yeah.
I think that's. I
understand.
think that's why I'm not so scared of like the jump scares and that kind of shit movies, like the scary monsters and stuff. Is I find it scarier, like the House of 1,000 Corpses stuff, where it's like, wow, these people are like, these are real evil people.
Deranged.
Like they will literally skin you alive. They do not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's really people out there
Lost
like
Mary,
that too.
Take a puff.
I'll tell you one. Pee-wee Herman's Big Adventure.
What?
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
So there's this scene. I must have watched it when I was like super young, like 5, 6. I feel like. And there's a scene where he's in the transport truck with that woman, and she's telling the story of like this hitchhiker or something, and she turns to him and has that fucked up animated face where it scares the shit out of
Yeah.
him, and he freaks out. That's sort of creepy and a little traumatizing, but the scene where he has a bad dream and they're trying to dismantle his bike with all those clowns and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
just like that dream fucked me up. It's such a creepy vibe. I don't know what it was. It was so unsettling where it's like a dark room and there's like nothing else there, and these people are just coming in being creepy as shit. Just I can't do anything, and just creeped me the fuck out as a kid. Traumatized. Still thinking about it.
I'm sitting here trying to think of there like a movie or something that really like got me to the point like scared to go out like into the woods or something, and like man, there really wasn't that like wasn't one.
Another one, kind of the grudge, showering when you have a shower, you feel like have your eyes closed, fucking hands and someone peeking at you.
Well, The Grudge,
side
I
of the
used to
curtain.
as a kid, man. Now I guess that you could say it didn't really traumatize me, but like
It's not like you have
thought
PTSD
I
or
thought
something.
of
but,
that
like,
thing like every time I went in the dark. The Grudge, that was the first thing that came to my head, man, as a kid.
Yeah,
I
it
guess you
was-
could say The Grudge, but like, fuck, it's not even that scary
Well, now
now.
Yeah.
But like as a kid, that shit was fucking terrible.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
It's not
traumatized
about-
you as a kid.
Yeah, it's not
Freaks
about
you
it
out.
being scary. It just kind of like turns your brain on. It's like, oh, this is a fucking thing. That's what scares you. It's like, oh, there's really this. Is this shit real? Like,
The Japanese version of The Grudge is way scarier than the
I've heard that.
American versions. The Ju-on.
Ju-on.
The Grudge. Yeah, definitely. I don't remember which one. I'm sure I probably
You
watched
probably
the
watched the
American.
American one. Sarah Michelle Gellar, like the girl that plays.
Yeah,
Buffy the
I was gonna say,
Vampire Slayer.
more than likely, yeah.
That they were like They were like massive movies when they first came out, eh? Like early 2000s.
They were pretty.
Like,
I think they were pretty big.
popular.
Yeah,
I think so. At least for us, I don't know why.
The first
it
and
was.
second one were like the second one was like I remember that had like previews on TV all the time.
Yeah. Oh, you know what scared me as a kid too? The trailer for
Insidious.
Insidious is creepy, but I was probably a little older now, right? How old? When did it come out? Like 2010? Around
yeah,
there.
it was around then.
I'd change the channel
Wasn't
when
that
I
old.
see that trailer at night.
Fucking Darth Maul.
Just see it. Well,
Darth
you just hear
Maul.
the creaking and you
Oh,
see him
yeah.
pointing, right?
That's creepy. The one
That
with
shit is
was it Dead Silence?
Oh, Mary Shaw.
Mary Shaw.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That creeped me out as a fucking kid.
That's a good one. I
That
like
trailer.
that
that
one.
trailer scared the crap
that is
out
good.
of me.
Honestly, I thought that was really
I
good.
do like that one. That could have got a Another part.
I'm not gonna lie, that movie
Chill.
and like The Conjuring and shit like that all becomes the same movie in my head. It all amalgamates.
Everything gets
It's basically all the same movie. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Annabelle,
like,
the
what?
first Annabelle movie.
Same movie.
That one was good too.
I
that
barely
part.
remember seeing it.
That's
but
what I mean.
That
Same
part
movie.
where she's running up the stairs and that black thing's on the fucking steps looking at her,
Oh yeah.
and they're in that apartment. That
Yes.
one, I find those like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Annabelle movies are better than the Conjuring movies, even though it's a part of the same universe.
How many
see
Annabelles
it.
is there? Two.
Two, I think. Yeah.
Right. We were just going through.
Because the end of this Annabelle creation, it leads into the Conjuring, the first
Right.
part.
Right. I never seen Annabelle.
The
Creation.
last Conjuring wasn't the greatest. The Devil Made Me Do It.
The shit sucked.
Oh, I never watched it.
It wasn't
It was
even scary.
I only watched the first.
The definition of os.
They literally just
sucks.
it's like it's almost like a criminal case.
It
movie,
is,
right? 'Cause,
yes.
like they're trying to prove that they didn't do.
Fucking stupid.
That was
Yeah.
a real.
Do
That was a
anything.
real case,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many other cases they could have did for that last one.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like fuck, they're just like kind of avoiding the fact that like the Warrens did the Amityville horror house.
Yeah.
Like
That is
how can
true,
you just not ignore that fact that like
I think because there's been other movies about it, right? That maybe
yeah,
they
but
don't want
you
to
could
touch
take
it.
that from that perspective because
Yeah,
we always
from
see it
theirs.
from the family's perspective that
That's
lived
true.
there, and I don't know. That's such a huge, but they might not own the rights to that franchise. Or it's Warner Brothers.
Maybe.
I think
Yeah.
it's MGM that owns
I don't know,
the rights to
Like Amityville. Horror.
Amityville Horror, the older ones,
Like stories.
like the stories.
But
But they're based on true stories.
yeah, so
they're.
they shouldn't have rights to make films too about it, dude.
Or maybe they have the rights to the
You still
film
have the-
adaptations of it.
Yeah. If you. Yeah. Exactly. I was about
Maybe,
to say.
yeah.
If you still have the like legal rights to the fucking franchise, you can. Yeah. Oh yeah. Control who makes movies and shit.
So what is your favorite movie theater experience? And we'll go horror.
Horror.
Yeah. I have
First one that comes to my head.
two.
Paranormal Activity, the first one, man.
Yes, absolutely. That's one.
Like the crowd was so into it for some reason. Like
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. It was a time before like social media and like all that could ruin movies for you almost. So like you were kind of going in there blinded, not knowing what to expect.
Came out what, like 2009?
7.
7?
I can't remember.
I was 11 years old going in there to see it.
I just fucking hate the movie theater.
2008, I
can't stand
think.
it.
Because I know the second one came out in 2010. I just
How
went.
many
2007.
fucking stupid retards go to the movie theater? He knew exactly, bro. We're
Yeah.
old. We're old.
I wasn't sure I went to go see it in theater as 11
We're
years old.
fucking
We were
old,
that
man.
young, man.
You were 10.
Yeah.
We're old, bro. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy, yeah.
I can't even think of a single good movie theater experience. I swear to God. I'm trying to rack my brain and think about it.
one?
Not one. I hate it. I hate it. Other people are fucking pig retards. I can't stand it, man. It's like, yeah, like anytime I go to see a movie, people behind it have to ruin it for some reason.
See,
I
I've
don't know
never had
why.
somebody ruin a movie for me at theaters.
Not once. Not
The amount of
me
times
neither.
I've had to fight, like not fight, but like fucking
Say
basically, and be like, hey, like I will knock you the fuck out if you retards don't shut up. It's
I've
like,
had to tell
so
someone
many times.
I've had to tell somebody before, can you get the fuck off your phone? I've only
Yeah.
ever had to say it once.
Shit like that.
I've had a flaw.
And then I feel like a piece of shit because a lot of times it's like teenagers and kids and stuff.
Give
And
a
then,
fuck.
and then it's like, yeah, I'm like, man, I'm gonna fucking knock you out if you don't stop.
And
with this
I've heard
stupid
like I've
fucking
heard
shit.
other people too in the theaters. Man, get the fuck off your phone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's
It ruins the
bad.
experience
For other
when
people, that's the
are
worst
on their
part.
phones. Like
Yeah.
it just like I don't want no distractions in there.
Like, listen, I just
Pitch
paid
black.
I just paid like $50 for me and Chelsea to go see a movie. I need you to fuck off, get off your goddamn phone. Like you don't
Yeah.
need to be on it right now,
Yeah.
or leave the theater.
Go watch at home if you want to be on your phone.
Like, yeah, what are you doing here?
Go fucking answer your phone
I
outside of
understand.
the theater. Like that's just how it works.
Yeah, I understand.
Courtesy.
They should. Yeah, nobody should be on their phones and stuff. But I don't get upset about it.
It's like, okay,
I've
check
never had.
check your phone and like whatever, send a text message,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
At least turn your fucking brightness down.
Yeah,
man.
that's fair.
but
But like,
yeah, and at least try to hide it.
Yeah,
instead of
like you don't go like this.
instead
like,
of going-
people are just.
yeah, full
the fucking
brightness.
the lights just shining all over.
Yeah,
your
no,
face
that
and
ruins the
fucking-
experience, man. I get you there, Tyler.
People just
Yeah.
ruin the experience. The movies are great. Don't get me wrong. Like seeing it in that theater situation is like
Yeah.
it's awesome. Don't get me wrong. But just the other people is what makes it unbearable. Society.
That's why I usually sit on the outside and make everybody I go with sit on the inside, so I'm not beside anybody that I don't know, because I will tell them.
Yeah,
I'll
if you
just
have to
sit
go
there-
like if you have to go to a packed theater. And
Yeah,
stuff.
the only time I've ever been like at a packed theater where like I was beside people I didn't even know was at the Avengers.
Yeah, that's
that
big
makes
ass
sense.
movies like that.
Yeah, especially if you're going day one and whatever, like first showing and else. Yeah.
That was like
You're
that
shoulder
was
to
my
shoulder.
top
Yeah,
movie experience was Endgame.
Endgame. That was the top of my list. Yeah,
I didn't see it
Endgame.
in theaters. So.
Man, because
Like the Thursday
part
pre-show
where
I
all
saw.
the Avengers come back through Doctor Strange's thing.
Yep.
The crowd literally stood up and started fucking
bet.
cheering and fucking
And it was
freaking out
hyped
and,
to be a
like,
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost like a
Loved it,
magical
dude.
moment to be
That's
in
the top-
time to be there.
That's the top moment for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think you ask anybody that's seen Endgames in theater
They'd
would
probably
tell
say
you
something.
that was one of their best
Some
experiences.
people were like, why do you guys have to stand up and clap? Why are you getting excited? Like, why are
You're
you
not a
going to
fan.
see? Why are you going to see it? Like, why are you going to see it if you're not
I can
getting
see
hyped?
like
Like,
how
can
we
you
were
please sit
just
down? No.
how we were just saying distractions and stuff like that's annoying. I could see how some people could be like, "Fuck, just watch."
That's
the
not a
movie."
Like, I'm trying to
distraction
hear
though.
the
but that's
audio.
just pure excitement.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a
Yeah.
You can't
distraction.
control yourself.
Yeah, like that's fucking sick. Like I'm getting
I
chills
still
just
get
thinking about
happy
it.
thinking about it, man, because
Getting
it's
chills
such,
just thinking about it,
it's
man.
such a powerful moment.
It is, yeah, hell yeah.
Cinematic, like
Fucking
for a movie,
sick.
man. Like you literally are like, it's but yeah. They
like,
knew what the
damn.
fuck they were doing with that, and then ever since then, garbage.
Downhill.
I
They
actually
brought
like
back.
Agatha. I've been
You
watching it. Yeah, I watched
Fuck
it.
yeah, I
every week.
love it,
It's
dude.
good, man.
So good. I fuck with the
I
like
didn't
the
even
witch
realize that
stuff.
was like a Marvel series.
Yeah,
I did at first. I was kind of skeptical watching it. I didn't even. I was like,
I thought it
fucking
was.
watch
thought
a
it was gonna be
witch
some
show about
dumbass
fucking Marvel.
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
I was gonna say I thought it was gonna be stupid.
And
stuff
then I
about
started
all.
watching it and I was like, oh, this is
I
who
like
this
it.
bitch is.
Mhm.
Like, now we got fucking
Did you
Wiccan
watch-
in there
Yep,
and
Wiccan.
Lady Death.
Yep, Death. Death is
She
officially
ends
a
up,
character.
in the comics, ends up being married to Deadpool.
Yeah, well, so Thanos falls in love with Death in the comics, and that's why he does the whole the gauntlet thing, is because he wants to kill all these people to show his loyalty to Death. But in the movies, they changed it, and yeah, she's like, nah, Deadpool, and so there's like a curse on Deadpool or something I forget what it was, but yeah, Deadpool and Death fucking fall in love.
So what's
You got it.
a very
Oh.
underrated scary movie that you really enjoy?
So that was the question. So I had 4 different genres in sci-fi, slashers, zombies, and found footage. Found footage. And I was going through and wanted to see if we had each. I wanted to give you ahead of time so you guys could like figure out your list
Yeah.
just in case. But yeah, an underrated, overrated, and like the best for each genre. So I had to go out and actually like look through them. So which one did you want to start with?
So you want to do found footage first?
Found footage is a pretty good one.
Blast mine out real quick.
Do you have what's your favorite?
So it
What's
was
an
found-
overrated one?
What for genres, right?
No, for found footage movie.
Is there do you have
Oh, just specifically overrated?
Yeah.
Probably like the what's it called one? That like it's called Rec in their original language. The record.
Oh, record.
But the
the
American
first
one?
one was good. Yeah, first one was good. The American ones were kind of shit. But then-
Quarantine is what the American
yeah,
version
exactly.
is.
Quarantine. Oh, okay.
overrated as fuck. I think personally, I don't think it was scary at all. Like the original in like Spanish or whatever was a little scary.
I wanted to watch the first one. I've only watched the one where she's the bride or something. She walked around with a chainsaw. Only seen that one. I thought it was good.
But I thought it was overrated.
Okay.
Underrated, actually. I think Blair Witch did way more than people think it does.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
That's such a good
That
movie.
was my best.
That
Blair
was-
Witch in the found footage one. Blair
think it's
Witch, and my personal favorite is Cloverfield.
I can't.
That's I love that
I
movie.
can't
love
actually.
that
I
movie.
can't watch that.
There was
movie.
something. There was
Why
something
not?
about.
It's
yeah.
too much.
He's
That is
shaking
true.
with his emotion sickness. He's getting motion sick.
Literally, that is true. You do get affected by that. There was something cool about like picturing yourself in New York, going through, trying to find like your
Go through the
friends throughout the
streets and
city.
shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
going through,
the
and you're like,
story
oh,
of it is
chaos.
awesome.
like, oh fuck, we gotta go through this house and go try and like. It was so sick and
You
to
love
like
10 Cloverfield Lane?
never finished it.
Garbage.
Garbage ass dog shit.
I heard it
dog
was
shit.
good story, but like, and then you don't find out until the end. It's in the Cloverfield universe.
What were we talking? Oh yeah, underrated and overrated. Fucking.
So, yeah.
Footage.
So my underrated is footage. It was what was it? I have 2 of them. I think they're kind of tied.
Well, while we're in the process of him finding his answers, my underrated found footage one is VHS. I don't feel like those movies get the publicity and like the mentions that they need. Like, I understand people don't like the short story films, like where you get a multiple like anthology of them, but there's something about them where it leaves you wondering. You know what I mean? Like, it almost makes you want more. Like, some of them can be like fucking full-fledged movies.
Yeah.
Did you watch that new one, VHS Beyond?
Yeah, I finished it.
Did you see the skydiving one? That was my favorite. I loved the design of the aliens in that one.
Yeah, that was really good. It was what it was doing to the people.
They're like scanning their brains,
but like frying them.
Yeah.
That one, the VHS is pretty good. The older, like when they first came out, they were real fucking more creepy. I think.
I get you there.
They're
like that Rat
up.
Man.
Yeah.
And like when they're down in them sewers and shit.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, man. That's like kind of like a
Beyond was pretty good. That one
was that their first Alien one, right? Like that's their first take on aliens.
No, I think the older ones was a mix of like some alien stuff. Because I don't think I've ever watched one fully until Beyond, but there was some like alien stuff they touched up on, and some other, I think more was it like more fucked up back in the
it was like
more low budget and really fucked up, scary, creepy.
But it was just people being weird. You know what I mean? It wasn't like aliens.
That bird one. In the first one, in Beyond.
Oh my god, that
shoot
big
everybody
bird.
up. Yeah, the big bird. Like, what the alien bird thing? Like,
yeah, I like that. Like, you just when you get 6, like how many stories is there? 5, 6?
No, you're 6. Yeah,
because you get 6 different directors though.
Yes,
so you get 6 different takes on it.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah,
well, I think that's a really interesting like concept where you get different directors and different stories. That one's pretty good. There was, I think my favorite story from that one specifically was what's it called? They have names for each one, but you don't get to see the names. But it was the one where she's out in the desert by herself.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she goes in spoilers. The whole thing is spoilers.
Yeah.
But she finds the ship. And she gets in it.
And she gets in it and shit, and she ends up cutting herself on that thing.
And then those fucking little things come to heal her, but then it takes off.
It just, and knowing like every time it heals her, it keeps filling her with alien DNA.
That was only when they took off at the end and she crashed and she opened up the thing with the spiders and stuff. Because she got whipped. She opened that casing that the alien was taking, like spiders and stuff. So it was the spider DNA and hers. Every time it would heal, it would fuck her up.
Yes, that's why they were sucking the DNA out of them things in there.
And she's like don't want it to keep going. And
she was like, kill me.
Yeah, like don't like. And it kept trying to heal her properly, and it would just fuck her up and make her more weird and stuff.
Yeah, that's a cool.
That one was pretty cool. Yeah.
But yeah, the whole like different directors. The first time I ever seen something like that was the ABCs of Death.
That series fucked me up. They're so creepy and weird.
Man. Oh, I love it, man.
It's so
like that little meat puppet one, like the little stop motion animation clay one. That one.
Oh yeah. They fucked with me. They're so demented, like so like brutal.
One that stuck with me is the fat one. Where she's constantly getting made fun of being fat, and she always
goes and cuts it.
She eats all that butter, and then she just goes and cuts all her fat off, bro.
In the shower? That's what I was thinking about specifically. Or what about the one where the Asians are making those faces? And they're like making the weird faces and things. That's creepy. Dude, the whole series is fucked.
Yeah.
One of them I really liked, and I can't remember which, but generally they're so fucking brutal and fucked up. But for found footage, Incantation I thought was underrated.
Yeah,
I think that's underrated, even though it was very popular and stuff.
I heard something about a movie called the Poughkeepsie tapes or the Poughkeepsie tapes.
That's fucked.
Is it?
I heard. I never really.
I haven't. I started watching it and I shut it off because I couldn't get into it. But like,
I heard it's fucked. It's almost Like they think it's like a snuff film. Like
It's on Prime.
Yeah, they it seems really real. Like they actually killed somebody and was recording or something. Yeah, I heard it's fucked up.
I want to watch it today.
I never got a chance. I don't know if we'll check. What was the other one we said we'd check? Oh, the Haunted Asylum.
Ganjam Haunted Asylum.
I'll check that one out tonight probably.
That one's pretty good, man.
So that one was underrated. I think Incantation's pretty underrated because it is fucking terrifying. It's found footage. It's pretty good. Overrated. Even though I like this film I won't watch it again probably. I liked it, but I thought it was overrated. It was Skinamarink.
I never watched it.
You would not like it at fucking all. I'm telling you right now. You would not. You'd be bored out of your fucking tree. Because there's nothing going on.
I hate movies like that,
it's this kid. So it takes place in this house. And this kid, he's just going over, doing his normal stuff. But he's left alone. There's no one in the house. He can't leave the house. He's going about his normal stuff, like eating cereal and watching this TV show, and it's just cuts to how many days of this kid living by himself in this house that's taken out of time or something because he can't leave. He's not dying. He has food, and then towards the end, there's this creepy thing that's been there the whole time. Eventually, he finds his mom. I think there's two kids trying to talk to his mom, but it's not his mom. Inside this house or the room and stuff, and rooms would disappear, a door would be here and then it'd be gone. It's really weird. It's not necessarily scary, but at the end there's this face that's inside this static talking to the kid. It's some demon thing, and I thought that was the only scary cool part. And the rest of the time it does have offsetting vibes. You're this is weird, but boring as shit.
Yeah,
I liked it. I will say I liked it, but overrated because it was hyped up to be one of the best things, scariest things ever, and
sucked.
Yeah, I mean,
as much as I like these films, I was going to say something that wasn't even found footage.
Oh,
but yeah, as much as I like them, Paranormal Activity got overrated. After the second one.
Which one was it? We were just having a discussion last night. Which one was it where it ended, where they're all getting chased by all those women? They're
Part 5, the marked ones.
That's 4. No,
4.
That's 5. You might be right. Yeah, it's 5.
Because part 4 is the girl with the blonde hair.
Yeah, we just went over it. Yeah, and then part 6 is the last one, the Ghost Dimension.
And then you have the new one.
The marked one's okay. I was right.
You have the new one.
Which one?
Paranormal Activity: Next of Kin.
Oh, there is another one?
Yeah.
When's that come out?
It's already out.
No, when did it come out? I mean,
a couple years ago now.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to find them all on what you call it.
So fucking stupid. It's
Really?
not even scary.
Really?
Not even scary, man.
That's disappointing.
It almost gives you an origin of where the coven originated from, and these people go there and try to document them and
I thought it was
weird
just some
stuff.
After we saw the first one, I thought it was just it's just randomly fucking with them.
Mm-hmm.
And but it turns out she was
she was part of that.
In the second one, I think, where she's getting videotaped and
yeah,
and basically it was her. It's oh, okay. I don't know. That kind of takes it away. You're that's not as cool. I have, where is it? The best, the best I think was Blair Witch and Cloverfield for found
Blair
footage.
Witch. I can agree with that.
So we'll go slashers. Your favorite
Slashers.
underrated slasher. What do you think?
I'm gonna say Art the Clown, but he's starting to be popular now.
Mm-hmm.
But for a while there, he was underrated.
Maybe the first one.
Yeah,
The first Terrifier could be probably underrated. Yeah, but you're right. It is starting to
blow up.
My underrated is The Final Girls. Have you ever seen it?
No.
So it's this girl and her friends are going to see. I think they're going to see, or they watch a movie that was her mom was in, an old slasher.
Oh yes.
And they get sucked
into it. Yes, I have watched that. Man.
That movie was so fucking
I
good.
liked that.
Yeah,
that was a good
and
one.
And they all realize that they're in it, and they're trying to do the tropes of trying to survive a slasher.
And the characters, like the NPCs, are just like so dumb. Like they just
they're legit. Like they're in the movie, in the movie, and they're like, we're trying to help you out, and say yes. That was I think that's pretty underrated.
That is underrated.
No one talks about it.
Yeah, no, I can give you that.
It was so good. The only reason I came up with it because I had to like search through lists of slasher. I'm like, what have I seen? What do I think's underrated? And what do I think's like overrated?
Overrated?
Yeah,
Halloween. Michael Myers.
Really? I'd say it's probably perfectly rated.
I think it's overused now.
Okay.
Like, I think they just did too much with it, and then they ruined it with the last trilogy.
Isn't Halloween like the first slasher?
Is he the original slasher film?
I think so, like 70s, right?
1979.
Yeah, and then Friday the
13th, like 81?
81. Yeah. So I'd say he's the original. So he's, I'd say he's perfectly rated. I wouldn't say underrated. I wouldn't say overrated. But yeah, I could see how over time you're like, this series is overrated. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
That's fair. My overrated for not, even though I did kind of like it, we've talked about it, you've seen it, In a Violent Nature.
Fuck. I hated
Overrated.
that movie, man. It's so boring.
Overrated, yeah.
All it was him walking.
Yeah. It's not great. I'll be honest, it's not great.
I know, and everybody was hyping it up, saying like, "Oh, I won so many awards and all this and that," and then
yeah. Another Skinamarink is Canadian. Another Canadian, In a Violent Nature.
Yeah,
both Canadian films. Even though I like them, I think they're overrated. A lot of people are hyping them up, and you're like, "Hey, listen, it was okay, but not overrated. Good.
Yep.
But yeah." So my best, I think, for slashers, Friday the 13th series.
Yeah.
The whole series. Lumped it all together.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's my number one too, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to slashers, he always beats Freddy.
Yeah.
In my mind, there's something about the Friday the 13th films that the Nightmare on Elm Street films don't have.
What do you think it is?
I don't know if it's that, like, just the camp counselors and just like the 80s feel, like
very, very 80s.
yeah,
feel.
very like,
I think very more 80s than Friday.
Wes Craven definitely had more of a
nightmare
feel to it, like, you know what I mean, like
nonsensical, like,
yeah, like it makes like there's no
fantasy,
nonsense and stuff, you know what I mean.
I
was a really big fan of Wes Craven's New Nightmare though.
Yeah,
the one where he's like, they're like, he comes to real life, like out of the movie realm.
Yeah,
that's
pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
I remember seeing them, but like some of them blend together because it's been so long. That's it for this week's episode. Sorry about the abrupt ending. We were testing the grounds for our new video version. It was a little busy. Everyone had to go do their own thing. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, check out all of our socials. Follow the show on every platform, and catch you in the next episode.